Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Todd Abronowitz. I will be leading the AP Chemistry workshop. The AP Chemistry exam for 2014-2015, it will be in two parts. First part will be multiple choice. It is 50% of your grade. It's tied directly to the 117 learning objectives listed in the course description. The format of the test will be non-calculator. Each of the multiple choice will have four choices, A, B, C, and D. You can use a periodic table and the equation sheets throughout the entire test, which is different from the previous version of the test. All of the multiple choice will be discrete items, they're standalone questions, and there will be sets of assessments. Between 1/3 and 1/2 of the test will be a set. The sets will cover multiple topics in chemistry using the same STEM. The students will have to interpret diagrams, simple math problems, and there'll be no penalty for guessing. The free response questions will be 50% of the overall grade. There's 3 long questions, 4 short questions. The long questions will be multi-part, sometimes A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, with a couple of subparts in there. They're designed to be about 25 minutes each in length, and the short questions are generally 1 or 2-part questions, and they're designed to be done in 3 to 5 minutes, figure 3 to 7 minutes for your students. They can use the equation sheet. Each test will have the following question types, and they may be combined as simple or a single question, or they may be broken apart as parts of a long question. First question for the free response will be a Lab 1 experimental design question. The students will have to design a lab, so make sure that they think about the scientific method. Lab 2 type questions will be a pattern analysis of data, selection of authentic data to explain observations. Generally, if they are given a data table, they should be able to calculate the results from the data table and explain how the lab worked. A representation 1 type question is a translation between different representations, moving from a symbolic chemical equation to a particle level diagram would be a translation question. Representation 2, atomic molecular view to explain observations, would be a question dealing with gas pressures and what happens at the particle level as you raise the temperature, with the particles colliding against the walls of the container more frequently and with greater force, so your pressure goes up. And then finally, the quantitative, follow a logical, analytical pathway to find a desired answer. The resources that you can use would be apcentral.collegeboard.com and the AP audit website, which you can get to through the College Board. And we're going to go to AP Central first. And this is the AP Central homepage if you've never been here. On the left, you'll find the AP course and exam. Go to course homepages and come down and find chemistry. And this is the AP Chemistry homepage. One place that you might want to start with is the AP Chemistry teacher community, where you can start an account, log in, and have access to some of the most brilliant chemistry minds in the world. The other place that you can start would be the course overview. This is a very simple 2-page document that explains or gives you an overview of the AP Chemistry course and a couple of sample free response questions. The other place that you might like to go to would be the full course description. And this will take a minute to load up. It's roughly 150 pages. And there's the course description. It talks about, there we go. It talks about the big ideas that there are in chemistry. There are 6 big ideas. And the entire course is centered around the 6 big ideas. Big idea number 1 is that chemical elements are the fundamental building materials of matter, and all matter can then be understood in terms of the arrangement of the atom. Big idea number 2, chemical and physical properties of materials can be explained by the structure and arrangement of atoms, ions, and molecules, and the forces between them. Big idea number 3, changes in matter involve the rearrangement and reorganization of atoms, or the transfer of electrons, so that we cover our redox reaction. Big idea number 4 is dealing with kinetics. Big idea number 5 is thermodynamics, and big idea number 6 is equilibrium. You also have science practices listed out, and all of the courses laid out big ideas, enduring understandings, essential knowledge statements, and then the essential knowledge statements of the science practices combined to give you your 117 learning objectives. The learning objectives will be the only things that will be tested on the exam. The other place that you can go to on AP Central is look at the AP Chemistry Lab Manual, which is right there. And if you come down to the AP Exam Information and Resources, and you can pull up a full practice exam. And then there's the course description again. Here's the breakdown on the test. And there's the 2014 free response questions. And right here, you can get access to past AP exams from 1999 to 2013. The 2014 scoring guidelines have not yet been published. And when they do get published, they will be right here along with the other information the College Board releases, which would be the scoring guidelines, the student performance question and answer session with the chief reader, and the scoring statistics, along with sample responses for each of the questions. Those are actual student responses. There are 3 of them, with the scoring commentary from the readers as exactly why those students received the grades that they did, and then the score distributions for the overall exam. Going back to the main page, to the chemistry. If you scroll down, you will find the course audit information. If you click on that, it will take you to the AP Chemistry course audit page, where you will find the course description and again listed so that you can download it if you need to. A syllabus development tutorial to help you write your syllabus. Examples of syllabi right here. There are 4 sample syllabi, which you may actually take and use as your own syllabus. And there's the syllabus development guide. And the syllabus development guide will tell you, well, I'll wait for 1 second. It'll teach you what components that you need for your syllabus to be approved. So the curriculum requirements are the core course. Your syllabus must provide clear evidence that each requirement is fully addressed. And then they go through and explain exactly what each part needs to have. So for curriculum requirement number 1, student teachers use a recently published textbook within 10 years. You list the syllabus, the title, the date of publication. The syllabus must demonstrate how the course plan is structured around the enduring understandings and the big ideas. So what you need to do is list the big ideas as part of your syllabus, that your syllabus is planned around the 6 big ideas. And you can go through this document and check off as you go one by one to make sure that you have covered every single part of the curriculum framework for your audit. The other things that you can pull up would be the sample syllabi. I'm going to pull up sample syllabus number 2. And you can see that curriculum requirement number 1 is listed and satisfied on page 1. Curriculum requirement number 2, course is structured around the big ideas, listed on those pages right there. And then each of the subparts are listed out. Now, each of the 4 sample syllabi, 2 of the sample syllabi are written for the Zumdahl textbooks. 1 is written for Brown and LeMay, and 1 is written for Coates. But just because it's written for the Coates book and you're using the Brown and LeMay doesn't mean that you cannot use this particular format of the syllabus. Each of these syllabi is laid out differently. So you can see this person with the 6 big ideas, listed science practices, excuse me, and the laboratory investigations. Now, when you list out the laboratory investigations, you do have to list the science practices that each of the laboratory investigations cover. And you can see that the syllabus is annotated right here along the side with each of the curriculum requirements, explaining how this part meets this curricular requirement. And this one is laid out in 9 weeks. You can lay yours out as semesters, 6 weeks, 9 weeks, trimesters. And it goes through, there's a summer homework component, and then laid out by chapter. The big ideas are listed, and there are activities that are not a lab that's related to each of the big ideas that are listed. That's this part right here. So there's a variety of sample syllabi that you can choose from to look at as an example. You can look at sample syllabus number, and that will be for the Zumdahl book, if I am not mistaken. Just take a moment for this to load up. So there's the course description. The book is the Zumdahl book. They're using the edition, which is the previous edition of the one that's on the market at the moment. Here's the teacher wants about the 10-part lab report, an overview of the units. The big ideas are listed, and you can see that units. This one is broken up by units. So there's a variety of different formats that you can use. Also on AP Central, you have information for classroom resources from the College Board, from your colleagues, ideas and articles on different topics in chemistry, professional development, and I strongly encourage you to look at the activities that are here. And the other thing is there are some webcasts that you can go through. There's a very good one on photospectroscopy, which is one of the new topics on the exam. And then there are some planning guides, and there are 4 different planning guides, all written by very experienced AP teachers. And if you look at, say, Dale Jensen, this is basically his scope and sequence. This course is planning and pacing guide. This is the scope and sequence that Dale follows. And they take a variety of teachers from across the country to write the pacing guides. So there's the first part, and then we can actually get into his school's demographics, the instructional time, how he prepares the students, course outline, what he does, his big ideas, and his unit, and how he increases the depth of the unit. And then he's structured around the essential question. And there's a variety of things that you can find here. So hopefully that will give you enough resources to start with for the summer in your planning, and we will fill in all the gaps as the year goes through. Thank you.